Hello, Sagittarius. This is going to be your general tarot reading for July 2021. And I apologize for these coming out so incredibly late this month. I had a lot of things come up, way more than usual, like big things come up. And I just was not didn't have the time, and I also didn't have the energy to be able to balance myself enough to do readings for people. It was just one thing after the other after the other. So hopefully you can understand. This reading is for you if you are a Sagittarius rising, Sun, Moon, or Venus. For this month, I'm going to be using the Spiral Tarot for your main cards and the Arthur Rackham Oracle cards for your clarifiers, which have proven to make some pretty unusual readings for this month. So we will see what comes up for you. And as always, this reading may or may not resonate for you. Some parts of the reading might resonate with you strongly, other parts might not. It might not at all, or all of it may resonate. If for some reason it does not resonate, you may want to check out your other placements, signs, readings, and see if any of those resonate for you more. Me personally, I always watch all three. My Venus sign is the same as my Sun, and so I just watch all three of my readings, not usually on my own channel, but with other intuitives channels. Okay. There is a timestamp down below in the description box. If you don't feel like sitting through this part, it will take you straight to the beginning of the reading. And let's see what comes out for you. This is for Sagittarius for July 2021. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoa, Sagittarius, what's going on with you? Okay. I'm going to pick all your clarifiers all at once, and that way I don't have to interrupt the flow of your reading to find out more information. It's just there to begin with. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius, what is this? So bizarre. Let's see if I can pull some other cards here from a different deck. Okay, we'll get to it when the time comes. Maybe it'll make more sense by the time I get to it. All right. Hopefully, this is for someone in particular or a small group of people because it seems kind of intense. Keep in mind, if this doesn't resonate for you, you may want to check out your other readings. Okay, your central experience for July 2021 is the Ten of Wands. Something is ending. Something has possibly become unbearable, or something has become too difficult, and you're starting to realize maybe it's time to lay those things down. Or you're carrying emotional burdens possibly putting too much on yourself. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. I've noticed whenever I drink tea or water and eat before I start a reading, I have to clear my throat a lot. And also, our area recently has gotten a lot of smoke from neighboring states and wildfires. Our valley was filled with smoke to the point where the sunlight on the ground was orange, and the sun was like an orangey color. It might be partly due to that too. My breathing is, or I'm having to clear my throat more, and my breathing is a little off. So, yeah, you're choosing to lay something down, or you may have to lay something down because it has become too difficult, or it's too much. Or you just have a lot on your plate right now that you're trying to deal with all at once. This could also be emotional burdens that you're carrying with you that you need to lay down. And the reason why I say that is because with it, you have regrets, winter of the soul. Maybe you've been possibly driving yourself to exhaustion, or you just haven't had very much energy recently, where you feel tired all the time, or your back hurts, or your neck hurts, or it feels like you're at the last stages of releasing something here. You might have been unnecessarily burdening yourself or carrying around regrets with you in the present from the past. Or you're feeling overly responsible for something, or you need to lay these regrets down. Your regrets are possibly even affecting your health or your ability to do anything at this time. You may have blamed yourself too much or taken too much on based off of regrets from the past. But with these two, you have first light at the breaking of the storm. So it feels like there's a big change headed your way that is going to enable you to feel a lot better, have a lot more hope and positivity. And I'm so sorry about all the throat clearing, you guys. You have to lay something down, or something is finally coming to an end, and you see a light at the end of the tunnel, or you see a rainbow at the end of the storm, or there's some kind of sign you're receiving at this time that leads you to believe things are about to change finally for the better. Or even your emotional state may be changing, where you're feeling a lot better than you have. Maybe you've been struggling with some depression or some sadness or some regrets, or giving yourself a hard time over things that have occurred in the past that you are still carrying the consequences from or responsibilities from. Or you have felt trapped by your regrets or by things that have gone down in the past, where you possibly feel as though you weren't treated fairly or too much was placed on you. But it seems as though that is changing now, and you're starting to feel a lot better. You're starting to see other options become available, or a new way of being come into view. Or you may be receiving enlightenment, or you're starting to see the light of a situation, or see what is actually happening in a situation. Or you're finally understanding certain things that were hard for you to understand before. Or you see that there is hope in a situation and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, or you see things getting better after you lay these responsibilities or these things down. So your challenge is the King of Wands, which is a Leo court card or a fire sign. This could also be an aspect of yourself. There is futility, chasing an illusion in with enlightenment, hearing the hidden song. Excuse me. It might be that you have invested a lot of your energy possibly into a career, a relationship, into another, into possibly even leading something or organizing something or being the boss of something or being a leader with something. This could be you have put a lot of your energy into a relationship and you're starting to realize that it's not going to work out, or that you were chasing an illusion and you have a lot of regrets because you've wasted energy, time, focus, all of it on a relationship that wasn't going to happen or is not what you thought it was. Or it could be that something that you've put a lot of your energy into just doesn't really seem to be working out, and you feel overcome with regrets and disappointment in realizing that something isn't going to pan out. But with enlightenment and that first light above it, there's the first light, the breaking of the storm, in with enlightenment. Both of these contain the word light. Something is coming to light, or you're finally understanding something, or seeing the truth of something, or having a brilliant idea. It might be saying that your old method or your old way of doing something is no longer working, and perhaps you kept on thinking that it would get better or things would improve or something. You may be still in a position of being able to lead something or produce something or create something, but something about the methods that you've been using needs to change, where you have a brilliant new idea that you can implement in this that could actually bring something back to life, or have it continue, or to have it produce the results that you originally were looking for. But it involves a complete change of how you're doing it. Or it could be that you are enlightened to the fact that something is simply just not going to work out. And you actually have a lot of hope and positivity coming in because you're realizing, instead of wasting your time on something that isn't going to work, now you can put your energy into bigger, better things, or something completely new that can work. Okay, so what is helping you is the Nine of Wands, wonder, shadow of the past, ending, our journey is over and done, and transmutation, elemental alchemy. So what is helping you? I'm so sorry, you guys. What's helping you is to maintain your personal space against something from the past. To know what you are capable of and to defend yourself, or to go for something completely new because you're done with something from the past. And to transmute any burdens or feelings of regrets or shadows of the past that you may have felt as though you've been weighed down, or you've had a lot of weight on you. You've felt pressured or weighted down by things from the past that have ended or are now ending. And to finally lay it all down once and for all so that you can transmute and actually come up with a new situation or a new future or a new possibility for yourself. a new reality for yourself, a new way of doing things where you no longer have to deal with this anymore. Hmm. What's helping you is realizing that you're almost completely done with something and that you will no longer be held down or feel responsible for something anymore. Or that you will no longer have to repeat it or carry it with you, where you can start off fresh with a brand new clean slate with something. And also that you have no fault in this, or you shouldn't be feeling responsible for something the way that you do, and it's time to stand up for yourself. Or it's okay to show your strength in a situation instead of remaining quiet or hoping that it'll just blow over. I don't know where that's coming from. What's helping you is you're almost done. So hang in there for the last little bits of this. It seems like something big is ending. And you have new magic coming in and potentials coming in that you didn't have before. So, at the root of your reading in your instincts, you have the King of Pentacles. You have two kings in this reading with awareness, true character revealed, and sang-froid, confronting the demons. It seems like you are finally facing something, or you have the strength in you and the conviction now to stand up to something that perhaps you put up with before or you tolerated before, but it looks like you have become aware of something that you realize is undermining you or your life or what you want to do. It may be, I don't know where this is coming from either, but I feel as though somehow somebody in the past got away with something. And it affected, what they got away with affected your life negatively. And it, you know, there's so many different ways of looking at things. You can say, oh, well, everyone has a choice, so they didn't have to, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, especially if there's legalities involved with courts and sentences and things like that, or custody or rules that are put in place, things are not always so easy to just let go of or walk away from. It could be that somebody from the past may have, I'm sorry, I'm going to curse you guys just to warn you. If you don't want to hear it, then pause or skip ahead or something. But somebody from the past has screwed you over. And it has had long term results in your life that you have had to deal with because of this person or this decision or something that's been going on, some kind of something here. And it looks like you see an end in sight, or you see that things are changing where somehow this will no longer be able to continue. Or you have the strength in you at this time to face it head on and just deal with it, and possibly deal with it in a different way than you did before. That is more productive or able to create change now than before. Raven. Or you've realized that you trusted someone that perhaps were not to be trusted, and now you're willing to make the necessary adjustments or changes where you no longer have to deal with this person anymore. And this could be a relationship that's ending, I guess, for someone. but it feels like it has meant to end for a while now. And something about the ending is not tearing you up, but it actually is giving you a little bit of hope, if that makes any sense at all. This could be a job situation that you have felt trapped in or burdened by or obligated somehow. There's something in here about obligation or feeling forced to continue with something that you knew you didn't want to do anymore or put up with anymore. But you see an end in sight, or an end is happening now, and it's actually filling you with a certain amount of hope of things that can change, where you will be able to do things in the future that you haven't been able to do as a result of it. Maybe you were made to feel as though something was your fault, when actually other people are responsible here, not you, or not just you. If you do feel responsible for something or have felt responsible, you shouldn't be shouldering all of the burdens on your own. I feel as though there have been other people involved that should also be shouldering those burdens too. Or maybe it's time now to put all those burdens down and not even deal with them anymore. You may have hung on to it, hung on to something that was not good for you out of need, like you needed money or you needed the security, or it was possibly because other people were involved that you cared about and you had to be there for them. So you may have had to put up with something that you shouldn't have had to put up with for so long. Okay, so in the recent past, you have deception, unreliable guidance with the Six of Swords. And it looks like the person in the boat in the Six of Swords is sailing away from the deception. Has it been that you have been deceived, or you have been possibly lied to, or you were given the wrong information, or someone's supposed guidance to you that you took somehow messed a whole lot of things up for, I'm getting, a long period of time, where you have had to put up with the results of something because you were deceived into taking guidance that actually made things more difficult and possibly made you feel trapped in some kind of a situation that you had to deal with. But it looks like you are sailing away from deception and unreliable guidance. You learned your lesson from whatever this was. You could have been tricked into something, into having to be part of something or over a long period of time that you haven't felt happy in, or that you have felt burdened by, or hindered by. And you have a lot of regrets, possibly, that you fell for something, or that you took the guidance and you wished you had done things differently. But you can't drive yourself nuts with regrets like that, because you can't change what's already happened, and it's not good for you mentally or emotionally to stay in the past with regrets over past mistakes or being tricked. So you have recently decided that you are sailing away from this in one way or another. You have to figure out a way to do this. Or you are doing this now. You're sailing away from the past deceptions, and you're going towards a much better situation in the future. You've decided to let go of it. You've decided to let go of it. You've decided to put these burdens down in one way or another. You may just be trying to figure out how, Or it may just be that the situation is ending regardless of what you do, and now you feel liberated because of it, or you're about to be liberated. And you will no longer fall for those things ever again because of what you've had to go through as a result of that past mistake, whatever it was. So, your best possible outcome. First, you have the Four of Cups. Then you have the hidden transpiring beneath the surface. And then you have insight, parting the veil. Insight, that's almost like light, sight. You've had a lot in here about that. First light at the breaking of the storm, enlightenment, and insight. Maybe before you may have been gaslighted, or you may have been you might have had your intuitive self-esteem hit in the past because perhaps now there's some part of you that doesn't trust your perceptions anymore because somehow maybe you were tricked in the past. So now whenever a new gift or a new opportunity comes up for you, you doubt it because you don't ever want to fool yourself ever again, or you're afraid that it's somehow an illusion. Or you have been reluctant to go after new things in your life because you just weren't sure how to physically, or what actions you could take. I feel as though somehow you've been bound by something in the past. And it's like now you don't trust your abilities to perceive when something is real and when something is not, or you're afraid to trust possibly in a new perspective or new information that you've been given, because what if it doesn't work out? You'll be completely crushed and you'll return back to having so many regrets and feeling weighted down. But it seems like something is happening here underneath the surface that you may not be aware of, that is changing things for the better. Or you can trust it now. You can trust your instincts. You can trust the process. You can release the past and move towards something new, and to have hope in the process, because it feels like for whatever reasons now the time is ripe, or now you have support even though you didn't have support then, or it could be an energetic thing that's going on, or a karmic thing that's going on, but it seems to me as though you're being released from something, or you have released yourself somehow, or things got so difficult that anything was better than staying in it. And it seems like hidden beneficial forces are helping you along with this, and you may not even be aware of what kind of support you have right now. But you should be trusting your insights, and you should be trusting any information that is coming out now. Or you have decided to let something out, possibly, that you have kept hidden all this time. And something about doing this is bringing in more synchronicity and more ability into your life than before. Or you're receiving insight about whatever it was that was hidden, and that will enable you to be able to actually go towards something new in your life. And that's what is your best possible outcome. So in the future, you have your own court card, the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarian card. In with shadow, something approaches. And provocation, challenge accepted. it seems to me like you have a whole lot of energy coming up in the future to finally be able to address something or to accept a challenge or to even challenge something or to finally respond or to finally stick up for yourself or to finally lay down boundaries or to even challenge someone, um, or challenge a system or a person or someone has provoked you so much over such a long period of time that you are finally willing to accept it and fight back, but not in a negative way. I just feel like you are done with the hidden. You're done with sensing weird things on the horizon approaching you. You're done with the unknown. You're done with the mystery. You're done with the things that are hidden, that are held back, that are not talked about. You just want truth no matter what. Maybe before this, I'm getting like a sabotaging kind of energy or a manipulative kind of energy that has somehow arranged things where you remained stuck in something. And I don't know why, but I feel like you are really angry about this, but you're doing your best to release the anger and simply just to find the truth or go with the truth or seek out energy that can help you with accepting challenges right now or going after what you truly want or getting the truth in a matter. You're done with being intimidated or with being silent over something that you know wasn't right. I don't know where that's coming from, but it looks like you are brave enough and honest enough right now to face it, whatever it is, and to call it out, possibly, or to illuminate what this shadow really is. Earlier, you had confronting the demons with the King of Pentacles. Maybe you're calling out some kind of a system or a business or an old boss or a ex-partner or whatever this happens to be. It seems like you're done with being complacent or allowing it to weigh you down or hold you back, and you're willing to confront something or challenge something because you need change. And you're done with shady stuff. Um, you're done with putting up with shady stuff. Okay. You right now have Judgment. Major Arcana with Subversion, Tranquility Disturbed, and Conflict, Personal Disunity. You're ready to go to battle right now, or to try to handle something in the best possible way where you can illuminate what is wrong with a situation. You are calling something out or you're illuminating something that was hidden that is not good or is negative or has possibly even harmed other people, not just you, or harmed some process or a situation over a long period of time. And it seems like perhaps in the past you did fight back, but you were sabotaged and possibly things were twisted around against you because of somehow how you responded, when really you were just trying to bring justice to a situation or trying to make others aware of something that was going on, but somehow you fighting it the way that you did back then was twisted against you. But now it seems like you're done with allowing that to get to you. Let me pick another card to go with this. You have had a lot of internal conflict over this because you feel as though you were misunderstood or something was mishandled and allowed to continue for too long. All right, let's see. You are moving forward now. You may have been stopped in the past. You may have been stopped, and that's been intensely frustrating for you over a long period of time, but it seems like now there's some kind of a shift happening where whatever was going down before that was not fair is being stopped, whether it's by you or just by circumstances or surroundings or karma or whatnot. But now it seems like you're about to move forward, or you are moving forward, and things are happening now. You are able to move away from all of that. You might even actually be moving to a new location or a new situation where you will never have to deal with that again. Like that. Interesting. Okay. So in your surroundings, you have the Three of Cups with navigation, charting your own course. I feel as though somehow your freedom in the past has been messed with somehow. Maybe because of legal things or family things or something that you felt bound by. But it looks like you have a lot of emotional support, and you have people around you now that support you or that you feel understood by. Or you've decided to chart your own course on finding newer, better friends for yourself or more supportive people and staying away from toxic people. But I feel as though whether you're aware of it or not, you have a lot of support, either by other people or by spirit or by luck. Something is shifting now where you will be able to navigate where you are going instead of being told what you have to deal with. Now you can have the freedom to go explore. Something is shifting here where because you had the Chariot earlier too, navigating your own course. Maybe you felt trapped to something that was out of your hands before, but now you are somehow freed up where you can choose for yourself where you go or what you do. Or something is moving forward and it looks like you have a lot of emotional support, or you have good people around you that understand now. If you didn't have anyone understand back then, you definitely have people who understand now. Focus on those people and go towards those people, not people that make you feel not listened to or even disbelieved. I don't know. Your fear is of being overcome by negative forces. You have the Ten of Swords with Ahriman, the darker self ascendant. I had to look this up online because I have never heard this word before. I guess it turns out it's from Persian folklore or Persian legends, where Ahriman is the arch evil enemy of like some kind of hero in Persian legends or stories. I feel as though you've been backstabbed pretty badly, and it might have you, or you've had to deal with negative forces really meddling with you in your life, or even in what you felt you could or couldn't do, like you were somehow controlled, or you didn't know a way out, or you just felt completely defeated, and your fear is that this is going to happen again. I don't know if you have to go to have a retrial on something or a re-upment of something. You might have some part of you that is terrified you're going to end back up in that position again that you were in before. But keep in mind, this is your fears. It seems to me as though you have possibly been completely traumatized in the past by something that you felt was completely unfair. And it may have lasted over a long period of time. You've been through so much with all of this. There's a part of you that is very terrified you're going to somehow end up there again, or that this is going to happen again. Maybe you were demonized or something, or you were not believed, or I don't know. Let's see what your hopes are. The Princess of Cups with the Seven of Wands. You are protecting, your hope is that you have it in you to protect your vulnerable heart, possibly protect a child in your life, or protect your protect your innocence, protect your innocent heart. You've been damaged enough by something. Your hope is that you have it in you and you have the strength in you to be able to do what's necessary at the last little bits of this, so that you can finally return back to feeling yourself again. Feeling inspired again, feeling like you can show your vulnerability again, or have a child be protected, or to be able to see a child more. I don't know, okay? Your general outcome was these two. There's other things in here too, so don't get freaked out. You have the Devil in with curse, ill aspect. Yeah, you've been through something really, really, really difficult. You've been through something where possibly you felt bound, trapped, cursed, like nothing was going to help you, or you couldn't get out of something, literally couldn't get out of it, possibly because of legal things, or some kind of a hard thing that may have been out of your control or out of your hands on remaining stuck with something like this. Maybe it was a contract. I don't know, but it looks like you've been through something really horrific. And because of this, you feel mentally a little bit trapped, where you're terrified that this is going to continue. But you want to move forward, and you have the bravery in you now to address it, or to call it out, or to open up about it, or even just circumstances and the energy underlying things. It's time for it to end now, for whatever reasons. But you still feel a little bit paralyzed, like you've been through so much. It's hard to just return back to having total hope or faith or positive energy again. But here's something. You have strength, major arcana, again with another child. This is the Princess of Wands. It seems like you have the strength in you now to get through this, and you will come out onto the other side. You will be able to do what you want to do, and you will no longer be bound to some kind of situation that sucks your energy from you. And I see a new path opening up for you that you can discover yourself through. And things are different now. Things are not going to end up the way that they did before. You have a lot more support now than you did back then. Even from the energy, like the underlying energy in your life, or spirit guides, or whatever you want to call it. It's not just support from other people. It's also support from the energies. It's like you were forgotten about or you felt forgotten about before, but now you've been remembered and you have more support now than you did then. And you will be able to get through this and come out on the other side and to be able to create what you truly wish and do the things that you want to do. Let me see. Hopefully that resonated or made sense for someone. Let me pull an extra message. Is there anything else you would like to tell Sagittarius or let Sagittarius know about? Regeneration. And I believe you had transmutation earlier, didn't you? Yep. Transmutation with regeneration. Something is dramatically shifting now. Things are no longer going to be the way that they were before. You are transforming and becoming stronger. And you're bringing something back to life again, or you are coming back to life again. You're going through an alchemical process. Let's see. Anything else? Building blocks. It's time to start planning, strategizing, getting ready, getting your things together, and figuring out where you want to go from here. Because you will be able to. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? If you're trying to build something like a business, your old method or old way of doing it is no longer going to work. So things need to be rearranged, or you need to discover other things that you can work with, other tools, other methods, other strategies. You're building some kind of a plan here. Okay. Hopefully that made sense for someone or helped. And I shall see you soon.